Yo, what's good with y'all? In today's video, I got the how to make Blade Ball part three of the series and stuff. Let me just go ahead and say Happy New Year's because this is the first video I'm recording in 2024. You guys are seeing this in like the middle of January, but it's, as you guys can see in the bottom right, it's the first video I'm recording in 2024. So yeah, so Happy New Year's to everybody. Had a great New Year's. Hope everybody's year is going good so far. Thank you for all the love and support you've been showing me. Go ahead and thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers because I know you guys already got me there. I'm like 100 away, so I know you guys already got me there. So just for thank you guys to all the love and support I've been showing, all my new channel members, Discord subscribers, people new to the channel, everybody. I appreciate all the love and support you've been showing me. And yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay, so this is part 3. Like I said, if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, go watch part 1 and part 2 because as you can see, we already have some stuff set up and you're going to be very confused. So just follow the list in order. It says part 1, part 2, part 3, so it's easy to catch up. Okay, so as you guys recall, in part 2 we set up blocking. So as you could probably guess, in part 3 we're going to set up abilities. So I'm just going to set up one ability and it's going to be, I believe, the default ability. Like I'm pretty sure when you start playing Blade Ball, you by default have dash unlocked. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because when I go to play, that's what I had, and I don't remember ever like buying the ability or something, unless it's like randomized or something. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm just introduce generally how you set up an ability, and then in part 4, I'm gonna set up like the UI and stuff, and then we're going to get to making like a shop so we can purchase abilities. Yeah, really just purchase abilities and stuff. So yeah. For now, we're just going to set up abilities. Just one ability, just so I can generally show you guys. But you guys can set up as many abilities as you want. I'm just generally showing you one because there's no need for me to make every single one. Let's go ahead and get straight into it though. Okay, so first things first, we just got a couple adjustments along with a new script. So let's go ahead and modify the UI. So let's open up the ball GUI and then the ball frame. And then let's go ahead and add the ability, right? So let's duplicate the block button. So Control D saves us a whole bunch of time. I do want to space it out a little bit more. So like maybe make it like 30. Or more like 20, right? I just space them out a little bit. And then you're simply just gonna rename. So name this ability button. The keybind in Blade Ball is Q, but again, up to you guys, whatever keybind you want. I'm just gonna update these names, right? So name ability cooldown label, right? And then ability text label, and then change the text to ability in all caps. Boom, just like that, we've updated the UI, and that's it. That's all we have to do. Those are the only changes we have to do to the UI, right? And then let's go ahead and open up the local script in starter player, and then starter player scripts. Open up the ball script. Client side, we just have just a couple changes really. So we're gonna set up the thing. So if you press the Q, it's gonna trigger the ability. So let's press enter right here. We're gonna say else if input that user input type is equal to enum user input type keyboard, and input key code is equal to enum keycode q. Again, it's to you guys for whatever keybind you want to use. This is just the one I'm going with. Enter, right? And then we're gonna do the same thing we did in line 9. We're gonna say ball event fire server, and then we're gonna say ability instead of block, right? And that's all we got to do for that function. We're literally just gonna copy and paste the block cooldown event and then just change it for ability. So just copy and paste all this, Control C, Control V, rename this to ability cooldown. I was thinking of just having one event that says cooldown, and then just sending over an argument that says whether or not it's block or ability. I don't know. I decided, I was like, nah, I'll just separate it by event. So I may change my mind in the future. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and update this. So then we just got to make some quick little adjustments. So change block button to ability button. Then block cooldown label to ability cooldown label. Then same thing down here, ability button and ability cooldown label. And then the last thing we got to do is change the tween time from 1.5 seconds to 3 seconds. This is because I noticed in Blade Ball, the block time I'm pretty sure is a 1.5 second, while I'm pretty sure the ability is like 3 seconds, I believe, maybe like 4, I don't know, but it seemed like it was like 3 seconds when I was playing. I was just trying to see how long it is. But yeah, pause. But anyway, let's move to the server script. So we can close out the local script. We can open up server script service, open up the ball script on server side. We have a couple things we need to add, a couple things we need to change, right? So first things first, up here, we are going to press enter. We are going to get the debris service. So we're going to say local ds is equal to game get service debris. You're going to put that right under the tween service. And then you're going to rename the players on cooldown table. I don't know why I didn't think about this when I first made it, but this is to be expected, of course, because obviously I wouldn't think of literally everything, you know. So we're going to rename this to block cooldown table, right? And then you can copy and paste that and then just paste over where all, you know, where it says players on cooldown. So you can fix all those errors. Boom, right? Fix all that. Then right under it, you're going to create the ability cooldown table. So local ability cooldown table is equal to special brackets, right? And then that's all we have to do for our variables up here. Then in here, what you're going to do is you're going to delete the entire this entire if statement. Boom, you just want to leave the player that is blocking, right? Because we're going to create the variable on the leader stat script, so you don't have to worry about that. So you're really just going to leave, so you really just want it just to look like this. You just want the player that is blocking that by equals true, right? Like everything, I can't speak. Everything, you could delete everything out of that if statement except this line, right? Then moving on, we can move on to the ability, right? So let's set up that event. So enter, you're going to say else if, same thing. You're going to say event type is equal to ability and not table. Fine, we should do ability cooldown table this time, and then do player.name, enter. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do you can really copy and paste this. So Control C, Control V, and then just change this to ability cooldown, like ability cooldown table, and then ability cooldown, right? Then you're gonna set up an if statement. We're gonna create the we're gonna create a lot of values when we get to the leader stat script. So I'm gonna say if player dot equipped ability, we're gonna create this, right? So this is the variable that's gonna keep track of the value that's gonna keep track of what ability the player has equipped at the time, right? So we're gonna say if it's equal to dash. So if they have dash equipped, then we're going to set up the dash. I'm just setting up one simple ability. I'm not going to make every single ability from Blade, but I'm just showing you guys an example of like how the system works, so you guys can be like, okay, I'm making all the abilities and stuff. How can I, have it so it, plays a certain ability based off whatever the player has equipped. So I'm just showing you guys that, right? So we're just gonna set up a simple dash system that I made a while ago. I think it's from the Strongest Battlegrounds. So I'm going to say local attachment is equal to instance.new, right? You're going to say attachment parented to the character's humanoid root part, right? Then you're going to create a linear velocity. This is very similar to knockback if you guys have seen that. If you guys have seen my videos with knockback in it. But anyway, you're going to say instance.new, linear velocity parented to the attachment, right? Then you're going to create a part. You're going to say local part. You're going to say is equal to instance.new part, right? You're going to parent this to the, or actually, you can parent it to the workspace, right? And then you're going to say part, we're going to set up some properties. You're going to say part anchored is equal to true. I'm pretty sure I came up with a method that didn't require this, but I forgot. Like I was looking through the files and I just couldn't find it. So I was like, I guess we'll just go with this. Anyway, we're going to say part.transparency is equal to 1, part.can collide is equal to false, right? And then you're going to say part.cframe is equal to character.humanoid root part.cframe times cframe.new -1, -1, -20. So in front of the player pretty much, right? Then you're going to set some properties of the linear velocity. You can say linear velocity.max force is equal to 5 nines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Then you're going to say linear velocity.vector velocity is equal to parentheses. You're going to say part dot position minus character dot humanoid root part dot position. Go on the outside of those parentheses, put a dot unit. Then you're going to say times vector 3 dot new, and then you're going to put 100 0 100. It's up to you guys for the numbers and stuff, but that's just what I went with, right? Then we're going to use the debris service to finish this off. We're going to say debris add item attachment 0.1 seconds, then ds add item part 0.1 seconds, and boom, just like that, we finished setting up the ability. Now we just need to simply add to where it removes our name from the table because we're like, we're no longer off cooldown. So we're gonna say task.wait. Here you're gonna put your cooldown time. Again, I went with 3 seconds. Make sure it's synced. Server, whatever you put on the local script, this is what you need to put there. So we're gonna wait 3 seconds, and then after we're going to remove the name from the table. So table.remove ability cooldown table, comma table.find ability cooldown table, comma player.name. Right. Boom. Just like that, we have finished making all of the necessary adjustments to the ball script. Now we can set up the leader stats script. So we can delete that, and then we're going to insert another script into the server script service. I decided to make another script because I was like, I wanted to keep everything kind of organized, and it's like this script is mainly for like the ball like stuff. So I was just like, I feel like it's best to just keep the script to like, managing the ball and abilities and blocking and stuff. And then we used to keep the leader stats and data saving and all that to another script. That's why I decided to make another one. So we're going to name this script leader stats script. You're going to delete print hello world. First thing first, you're going to create a variable. You're going to say local stats data store is equal to game get service data store service get data store in parentheses. In quotation marks, but stats data store, right? If you need to enable, if you don't already have it enabled, head over to game settings, go to security, and enable studio access to API services if you haven't already. And make sure you click save because you're going to need that if you want to use data stores, right? That's the only variable we need. We can then set up the first function. We're going to say game.players added connect function in parentheses, put a PLR, which is short for the player, then enter. You're going to create a stats folder. So you're going to say local stats folder is equal to instance.new. You're going to put a folder parent set folder to the player. Then you're going to say stats folder.name is equal to stats folder, right? Then we're going to create coins. I honestly completely forgot about this. I literally was playing Playboy and I was like, oh wait, the game has a currency system. I honestly forgot. But anyway, we're going to say local coins is equal to instance.new. You're gonna put a number value, parent it to the stats folder. Then you're gonna say coins.name is equal to coins in quotation marks. Then you're gonna say coins.value by default be set to 0, of course. I'm not sure if they give you coins when you first join the game. I'm pretty sure they don't, but it's up to you guys for whatever you want to set it to. Then remember how I told you guys we deleted the is blocking part here because we're gonna create that here, so the player will already have that once they join the game, so we don't have to worry about checking if they already have it. So that's why that's why I had it deleted. So I'm going to say local is blocking is equal to instance.new, same thing as before, bool value parent. Now you want to parent this to the player. Make sure you're paying attention to what I'm parenting these values to. You're going to parent it to the player. You're going to say is blocking dot name is equal to is blocking, and you're going to say is blocking dot value by default is equal to false, of course. Then we're going to create a variable for the equipped ability. You guys heard me mention that earlier. So we're going to say local equipped ability is equal to instance dot new. This is going to be a string value parent. You want to parent this to the player this time, right? And then you're going to say, same thing, equipped ability name is equal to equipped ability, and of course equipped ability dot value by default. Like I said, I'm pretty sure in Blade Ball it's the default ability is dash, but it's up to you guys for whatever default ability you want, right? Then moving on, we're going to create an ability folder. This is going to keep track of like what abilities does the player own. So this is pretty much prompting us, this is setting us up so that in part 3 we can set up a store where players can purchase abilities, and then we need a way to keep track of if they own said ability. So we're going to say local ability folder is equal to instance.new folder, parent this to the player. Then you're going to say ability folder.name is equal to ability folder in quotation marks, then enter. And then for the last value, we're going to create an owns dash ability. You need to create a value for each ability, so if a player owns it or not. So you're going to say local owns dash ability is equal, since that's my default ability, is equal to instance.new. Then this is going to be a bool value parented to the ability folder. Then you're going to say own dash ability dot name is equal to quotation marks own dash ability, right? Then you're going to say own dash ability dot value by default will be set to true, because keep in mind this is the default ability. You want the default ability's value to be set to true. Now if it isn't a default ability and this is ability you want a player to be able to purchase, then you set it to false by default, right? So then that's the last value we needed. Now we can go ahead and set up the data loading process if the player has data. So we're going to say local success comma error message is equal to peek out function, right? In parentheses, you're going to put, or sorry, close parentheses, then enter. We're going to get the player, we're going to create a player key. For our player's data, I would recommend using the player's user ID. So I'm gonna say local key is equal to player.user ID. Then we're gonna get the player's data if they have any. So local data is equal to stat status store, get async, and then you're gonna put the key, right? Let me scroll down a little bit, right? You're gonna say if data, then you're gonna say coins dot value is equal to data one in regular brackets. Then you're gonna say equipped ability dot value is equal to data in regular brackets 2. Then you're going to say own dash ability dot value is equal to data regular brackets 3, right? Then after that, after this whole thing, you're gonna set up a while loop, and then you're just gonna paste the same thing. You're just gonna say while not success. This is just to ensure that there's no error. Like if there is any issues or anything, it's gonna keep trying until it works. So the player's data will load and that it will save. So while not success, enter. You can simply just copy and paste this. So Control C, Control V, throw a task.wait in there. So task.wait however many seconds you want, right? I'm gonna go with 3, and then we can set up data saving. This is the last thing we got to do, and then we can test, and then we'll be done with part 3. So we can say game.players.player removing connects function, put player in parentheses, enter. You can set up a peakout function. You can say local success comma error message is equal to peakout function, right? Close parentheses, enter. We're gonna set up the key just like we did in the first function. So local key is equal to player.user ID. Then we're gonna set up a data table. So you're gonna say local data table is equal to special brackets, and then we're going to insert our values. Make sure you insert your values in the same order you're loading them, right? Since we did coins first, we're going to save coins first. Since we did equipped ability second, we're going to do equipped ability second, right? So I'm going to say table.insert data table comma player.stats folder dot coins dot value, then table.insert data table comma player.equipped ability dot value, and then lastly table.insert, and we're going to say data table comma player dot ability, or spelled that, yeah, I feel like I spelled that wrong, ability folder that owns dash ability dot value. And keep in mind you will have to update this for each ability you add. Then we'll say stats data store set async, and put the key, and then put the data table, right? And then that's all you got to do there. And then we just got to do the same thing we did up there. We're going to set up a while loop. So go on the outside, go in between the ends. You're going to say while not success, enter, copy and paste everything we just typed. Control C, Control V, throw a task.wait in there, and boom, just like that, we're done. We can go ahead and test to make sure everything works. As always, if you guys want access to any of my scripts or models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. Okay, so as you can see, the ball. Oh, by the way, if you're testing this and you're by yourself and the ball could, like, it just did what it just did to me, like it killed me once and then just stopped, don't worry, that is perfectly normal. Okay, it's only going to keep working if there's 2 people alike and one of them is alive. One of them at least has to be alive. Like for example, if you try to if you die and it's just you, the ball has no one else to go after, because you're dead and stuff. The ball would only keep going after you if you didn't have a check to make sure that the player health is above 0, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and test the ability. So if I press, let me close the output so you guys can see it better. So if I go ahead and press Q, okay, well, the dash, strange, the dash isn't working. We're not dashing, but like it seems to be working though. Like this is working, it's just the ability. I mean, it's not all that important, honestly. It's so weird. If player.equippability is equal to dash, what is the issue? Or let me double check actually. Let me just check. I don't know why I'm checking there. Owns dash ability. Okay. And equippability is dash. So else if event type equals ability and not ability cooldown. Equippability.value is equal to dash. Okay, so it fired this and everything. Equipped ability is equal to dash. Okay, so that means this is working. Wait, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I see. Oh, my fault, guys. I actually forgot something. I'm like, I swear I feel like I'm missing a line, because usually 3. That's why. So you're gonna do linear velocity dot attachment 0 is equal to attachment. That's why we pretty much set it up, but we didn't We didn't connect it properly. That's what it was. I'm just like, I feel like something's missing. Okay, so we're gonna let the ball kill us, right? So it leaves us alone. There we go. Now I have that. There's no animation because there's not really a need for an animation. I was just showing you guys just so you guys see how to set it up. Okay, so boom, and as you guys can see, I'm pressing, or you can hear I'm pressing Q, but it only works when it's off cooldown. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are enjoying the Blade Ball series and stuff. If you guys want me to drop part 4, I'll show you guys how to make a store and everything. For sure, just show the video lots of love. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.